You're not looking mad at all.
Before the wind starts blowing this bonnets all around.
Nice meeting you again, bro.
Yeah, bro.
So what do you think about, like, from your own experience?
Yeah.
How do you think being alone can actually benefit you as a human?
Okay. That's a very interesting, loaded question. I think the way I look at it here, at some point in your life, or at several points in your life, if you are someone ambitious and you're trying to do some crazy thing, you're trying to achieve something great, there should be periods of your life where you take time apart, outside of everyone else and outside of everything else, to focus. At that point, you are saying fuck balance. Forget about balance. You're not balancing your life. You are engrossing yourself. And I believe it is needed to, how do I put this? I believe it is necessary in the growth of anyone to take some time out of your normal life experiences to just go in just by yourself, immersing yourself in what you are trying to achieve. You know, you could do it as a challenge for 30 days where you are just hammering on whatever you are trying to achieve. If it's a fitness goal or it's money goal, you want to like set up a business or be consistent with content creation or something. I think everyone needs that time alone, because if you are always with people, you always have people surrounding you, stuff distracting you. Like where's the time for introspection? Like at what point would you find yourself and know who you really are? You're just responding to how people affect you at that point. So I think you don't need to live your entire life alone as a loner, obviously, but then there should be phases, there should be periods, seasons where you just step back and do your thing. That's how I
there's
say
a saying that if you really want to go far, you need to have the millions. Like, you need to go together
with people, in a park.
You know, and in a certain point of life, I understand how you said, like, being alone can actually, you know, like, makes you isolated from a lot of distraction, right? But also, I think, like, in a way, you need networking. Like, you need to connect with people.
Sure.
And that is when being alone steps away from the skin. So what do you think about that?
That's why I said it's a phase. It's seasonal. You should not spend your entire life being a loner. I don't think that is a wise thing to do. At some point, in fact, if you are trying to build anything big, you need people. You need collaborators. You need people to challenge you, people to push you. And if you're a loner, except you have 100% maxed out your motivational tendencies inside of yourself, your inert motivational tendencies. So you can motivate yourself to the limit, cool, which is good. You inspire yourself. But then a lot of times you need help of people. So even if you are going to be a loner for specific seasons. There should be seasons that no one is seeing you. You are just in there doing. My followers will understand this, because sometimes I'll just disappear. And sometimes I'll just be posting every day. So it's a seasonal thing, in my opinion. So collaborate, meet people, network. We are networking right now, innit?
Of course.
So there should be a phase for that, and there should be a period for being alone. So that's how I say it.
So you said there should be a period for being alone. But
something comes to my mind. How do people that are in committed relationships now balance this thing out? Because for someone like me, to be...
Bro, this is actually a deep question.
I know, right?
I'm just deep in this now.
Exactly. For someone like me, I decided to just go out nowhere. No one knows where I am. I'm just doing my thing, and then I'm outside again. But then if you have a wife, you have a husband, like how can you have this lifestyle where you just seclude yourself, not in a bad way, it's not a negative thing, you just take time for yourself? How would you navigate that in a relationship? It's something I'm still trying to figure out.
I mean, I really think that sometimes people really need a period of time, like they need a break to themselves, to just reconnect to their own self, like their inner self, you know, because sometimes being alone, I'm just saying this from my own perspective, right? Sometimes you can really be in a relationship and still feel alone. Sometimes you can be surrounded by people and still feel alone. You know, so
this thing is just getting unnecessarily deep, man.
It's really getting deep, because sometimes you'll be surrounded by a lot of people. Let's say you love this person, right?
And you
or
still
like
feel
you still
lonely.
feel
That's
lonely,
crazy.
like you still feel that void.
Yeah.
You know, you will still want to let that void be filled, you know. So that's what I'm saying.
I like one video I saw from Trevor Noah where he was like, some people have filled in their, did he call it 3 spaces or something like that with their relationship? You know, you should have a communal space where you are with friends and gathering together with people. You should have a space where you are, I don't know, doing something related to fitness with some other people. You should have a space that is spiritual. But some people have now made their partner to be all those spaces.
That's where
That's where
this
the
that's
problem
crazy.
comes.
Look, when you become so emotionally attached to someone, that's where the problems comes in.
And it becomes a toxic
Because
thing.
you feel like that person should feed you emotionally. You know,
It's their responsibility.
it's their responsibility
for
to
you
do
to
that.
be happy.
For you to be happy.
That's crazy.
Meanwhile, you need to create an environment for you to be happy yourself.
I
know,
get you. I
you
get
can't
you.
just be dependent on people for happiness. You can't
Fact.
just be dependent on people for attention.
Facts.
You know, because everyone has their own thing going on. Despite you are married men or like you are in a relationship, or people really have things going on.
They have their individual
Their
lives.
individual lives that they want to. Maybe she might want to go have fun, or he might want to go have fun with friends. Okay, and that's where I think your partner does not understand you on that level. You might think that, like, I mean, he might be.
Oh, he's moving different
He's
now.
moving different,
He's moving
or
mad. I feel you. I
either
feel you.
being too, controlling and all of that.
But then there is nuance to these things, you get, because it might actually be controlling, right? So there is like nuance to this thing to figure out, what part of this scale am I sitting on? Am I sitting on the part where this guy is actually being toxic and controlling, or am I sitting on the part where he just feels left out during that phase in your life? So yeah, there is nuance to everything. Oh, thank you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, thing is, like sometimes, as you said earlier on, like people need to be alone. Sometimes they need to be alone just to, like to figure things out.
Yeah.
Because you don't know if the person that you are into has been traumatized by something in the past, or sometimes they just need their quiet time and all of that,
That's
But-
where empathy comes in.
Yes.
Yeah, for you to like try and put yourselves in their shoes before you
course.
judge.
Of
Which is
course.
a hard thing to do. We are humans. Our default is to judge. But
Exactly.
yeah, I get you on that point.